People aren't going to do what you consider respectful, right, or fair. They're gonna do what they believe serves the audience, which is not you. Warning, there's a rant ahead. An artist I know recently shared a screenshot of a local entertainment venue's social media post. It was the weekly schedule for their free summer series. It had the date of every event that summer, and next to the date was listed the type of entertainment it would be. So it would say magician, or juggler, or balloonist, which is a little funny because they meant balloon artist, but whatever. My friend was outraged. In his view, it was disrespectful not to use each entertainer's name instead of listing generic titles like magician, juggler, or balloonist. The comments section agreed. It was completely unacceptable behavior on behalf of the venue because, of course, the commenters were all artists. Now, despite being an artist myself, I don't see it that way. And in this video, I'm gonna make a case for when and why a venue has good reasons to leave out an artist's name. And perceptive listeners will quickly recognize this is a discussion about marketing, not a discussion about magicians, jugglers, or entertainment venues. And an important note here, I am not merely playing devil's advocate, as I was aggressively accused of in that thread and in much more colorful language. To see why I'm cutting against the grain with all of my artist friends, let's take off our artist's hat for a moment and put on our marketer's cap instead. Quick note from the future, in the unlikely event that this video ever goes viral or gets outside of my existing audience, you probably don't know who I am or what my background is, which normally wouldn't matter, but in this case, it actually does. So let me explain. Hi, I'm Brian. I've been self-employed for 17 years. I've never had another job. The first 10 years of that, I was a full-time professional magician. I toured nationwide doing corporate and exclusive event entertainment. Then I gave a TEDx talk that went super viral. It launched me into a career as an international keynote speaker, author, and consultant on human connection. So I'm a lifelong artist. My friends and colleagues are all artists. I care deeply about the success and well-being of artists, and that is the perspective from which I'm coming in this rant. Okay, back to the video. Seth Godin taught me that as a marketer, you've got to answer two simple questions. Who is this piece of marketing intended to serve? And what action or change are you trying to bring about in those people that you intend to serve? The problem with trying to generate buzz, trying to get people in the door, trying to get them to buy into your idea, to want to spend their time or their money on you is those are self-serving perspectives. They're all about what you want. But marketing isn't for you, it's for them. And they, whoever they are, rarely, if ever, have the same interests, wants, needs, or beliefs that you do. This is a local venue's free summer series for young families, so let's think about that perspective. What does a family with young kids need to know about a free weekly family-friendly entertainment series on the lawn of a local business or shopping center? What does that family with young kids care about? Chances are they don't care who the performer is. They don't care about the artist's accolades or which local morning program they've been on. The show is an hour of free babysitting, a distraction for the kids while the parents sit on a blanket, getting a break from the chaos of parenthood. Now, my son is only 9 months old, so we aren't quite the target audience, but a friend of mine has 2 kids under the age of 10 and regularly attends similar free summer events in our area. Here's how that conversation doesn't go. Hey, I noticed there's a free magic show on the lawn this Saturday. You wanna take the kids? Well, it depends. Who is it? The only thing my friend cares about is what type of entertainment it is. Her kids love magicians. They love jugglers. They don't care so much about balloon twisters for some reason, who knows? So that conversation might go, hey, I noticed there's a free show on the lawn this Saturday. You wanna take the kids? It depends. What is it? It's a balloon twister. No thanks, what about next week? Next week's a juggler. Oh, great, we'll go to that one. Putting the names of the performers wouldn't add anything, at least not on that particular post on social media, a list of every week's type of entertainment for the entire summer series. In fact, it would get in the way of the intended marketing outcome. Listing all the performers' names would make the post longer and harder to read while scrolling your newsfeed. It might make sense on a weekly post about that week's show, right? With more details and a link to further information, but not on the post in question. Think about your local McDonald's, the one you go to occasionally when you need something quick on the way to or from work. Do you know the name of the person who cooks the food? Of course you don't. It doesn't matter, because it's McDonald's. You're not looking for a special experience, or you wouldn't be at McDonald's. You're looking for the same food cooked in the exact same way you've had it a million times before. When that's what you're looking for, it hits the spot. There are a couple of restaurants where I know the name of the chef because they're a celebrity chef from the Food Network or Bravo. I go there not for the food, but because it's that particular chef doing his or her art. Sometimes I enjoy the meal, sometimes I don't. That's not the point. It's not what drew me in. The kinds of entertainment venues in this particular social media post, they're McDonald's. They're not selling specific people. They're selling magicians, jugglers, balloons. It's clear why so many artists were upset and offended. Being an artist is a fragile and vulnerable life. I get it. I've lived it. We build up the idea that we're special and unique to protect ourselves from judgment about our art. Except most of us are not special or unique performers. We're merely really good at what we do. One commenter on that post said, "I get called the puppet man all the time. Sometimes I'm billed as just kids' entertainment." Now, when my artist's hat is on, I feel for him. But when my marketer's cap is on, I ask a different question. Have you done anything to warrant somebody using your name on the flyer instead of calling you the puppet man? Are you actually bringing something to the table that, if they were to use your name, would generate more interest, more excitement, more buzz? The answer is probably not. Because if you did, they would be using your name. This is the big secret, right? Marketers want people to buy. This venue's marketing reflects what they think is gonna get more people in the door. And if they thought using your name would sell more tickets, they'd be using your name. If Penn and Teller were coming to town, they wouldn't advertise a magic show. They'd advertise Penn and Teller, right? They probably wouldn't even say it was a magic show. It wouldn't matter. The attraction is that it's Penn and Teller, regardless of what they're here to do. Their name actually sells because they are a unique, special experience. They're the one and only. And you're probably not. When I was a full-time magician, I wasn't. No one in the general public knows my name. Corporate event planners around the world do, but local families in Connecticut don't. Using my name on their marketing would be a waste of space. All they would need to say was family-friendly magic show, and then people would show up and they'd see my show. And if I was really good, maybe I could convert some of those people into being fans of me specifically. And then in time, by over-delivering, I would develop the kind of reputation where putting Brian Miller on the flyer would sell tickets. But until then, magician is fine by me. Okay, so we've identified the cause of the outrage, right? We've established why it's reasonable for a local entertainment venue to advertise in this way, even when it's contrary to the wants, needs, or beliefs of the artist. But what if you're one of those artists? Surely your feelings matter, right? Well, here are 3 specific things you can do to remedy that situation. Number 1, refuse bookings that don't honor your artistic or professional integrity as you see fit. You don't like the way this venue markets their events? Don't take the gig. Solution 2, specify in your contract or rider precisely how you are to be promoted in exactly the language that you want. You can establish before signing a contract that your name is to be used in all marketing, print and digital. And if the venue won't agree, see solution 1. Solution 3, and this is by far my favorite. Build a following so strong that organizers desperately want to put your name on their marketing in order to sell more tickets and generate excitement. Now, I posted these 3 solutions in the original thread and was subsequently accused of victim blaming. So let's be really clear. We're not talking about sexual assault. We're talking about a magician or a juggler or a balloonist being unhappy with how a local entertainment venue promotes their free summer series. You're not a victim. You're an artist. Of course, we can talk about ethics, right? Shouldn't the venue use artist names simply because it's respectful? I mean, yeah, that would be lovely, but you can't control that. You can, however, control the 3 specific things we just outlined. People aren't going to do what you consider respectful, right, or fair. They're gonna do what they believe serves the audience, which is not you. One artist in that thread argued that listing each entertainer's name would actually make the acts look like known quantities, giving the entire summer series more cachet and increasing a potential attendee's interest. I'm not sure I agree that that's what would happen, but at least that was a marketing argument from the audience's perspective, not merely an ego boost for the artist who hopes to get visibility for themselves. So yes, that would be something worth considering. And if that's the case, I concede. Yes, they should use the names if it would serve the audience. But as artists, we need to check our egos and remember who we are here for. As far as I'm concerned, it makes no difference to me how the audience ends up in the seats. But once they are, it's my job to deliver an outstanding, incredible, mind-blowing experience that is so good, they may even remember my name. In the words of Steve Martin, be so good, they can't ignore you. When it comes to the work of an artist, that is the only guaranteed solution to just about everything. And the funny thing is, when you spend more time with your marketer's cap on, when you learn to see your work through the eyes of the audience, instead of through your own ego, you are more likely to earn the respect you so desperately crave as an artist. Rant over. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you disagreed with anything, please go into the comments and let me know why. I'd love to have a kind, calm, and respectful conversation with you about where I might be wrong, and maybe there's something new that neither of us has considered. That's always worth finding out. Now, if you want to build a sustainable career, head to softskillsarehard.com to download my free resource, Stop Cringing, Start Connecting. 7 ways to talk to anyone without looking like an idiot. It's worth reading, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna use it. Softskillsarehard.com, it's free, go grab it. That being said, my name is Brian Miller. Thanks so much for sticking with me, and always remember, our world is a shared experience. Every interaction is meaningful, and every person you meet, even virtually, is important. And we'll see you soon.